And they call me warrior. They call me loyalty. And they call me...
Alright, so now Sandra and I are going to show you what to do in case somebody was able to get close enough to you to get their hands around your waist and pull you in this way. So it should be kind of self-explanatory, but just in case you don't know or if you've been unaware of the situation, if I have my hands around Sandra's waist and I'm pulling her in tight to me, alright, and she needs to get out of this, okay, both her hands are free. So both of those free hands are going to come up and she's going to put her thumbs to my eyes and push my head away, alright? She's not going to go to the outside where I can turn my head easy and clear her thumb. She's going to go to the inside of my eye and push down in, alright? That way when I go to turn my head, her thumbs actually go a little deeper, alright? And if she pops an eyeball out, I know that sounds gross, alright? But trust me, that's probably going to end the fight if I have to now fish my eyeball back into my head, alright? So when she does this with purpose and intent of driving her thumbs down and in, or in and down, okay? So we're not going for the outside of the socket, we're going for the inside of the socket, okay, when we do this. So my hands are around her waist, I'm pulling her in, she's driving my head back by the eyeballs. Notice that my hips come forward now, and my grip is going to get looser. So it is that, her leg goes back, and now she can fire that knee into my groin. Again, she's going to do this as many times as she needs to get out of my grip. Now that she's out of my grip, she's simply just going to push off, boom, turn, and get away. Okay, so we showed you what to do when the hands are underneath, right? It's very easy for Sandra to still use her arms and get to my eyes, right? Push my head away and get to my crotch with her knees, okay? Well, what happens when my hands are around Sandra? So here, if I'm squeezing her into me, I've got both her hands here. All she's got to do is take the palms of her hands and check my hips, okay? If she checks my hips, all right, I want you to use a thumbless grip right here, okay? So you don't get your thumb hurt, okay? If she checks my hips, she's going to push her bottom backwards. That's going to help get her out of my grip, okay? If I'm still stuck anyhow, once she pushes her hips back, notice that she now has the room to start to fire her knees, boom, into the sensitive areas, okay? If for some reason she can't get to my hips, all right, my groin is available there too. She can always push on my groin to help get herself back. Trust me, ladies, once you start going here, whatever grip I had, I'm going to let go, all right? Just to get you to stop doing that. But simply checking the hips and pushing your bottom backwards is going to create the space to now fire knees into those sensitive areas to make that attacker let go. Once he does let go, okay, so I've got her here, right? She's checked my hips, pushed her bottom back, boom, she fires those knees, bam, bam, okay, my grip's out. She's got to bring her hands back up to defend herself, okay, just in case that didn't finish, and she's got to turn and get away. Perfect. Okay, so now Sandra and I are going to teach you what to do in case they have your arms, both of your arms, from behind. Okay, so from behind here, right, like this. All right, I've got Sandra pretty good here. Okay, what she's going to have to do, just like before, is she's going to drop into an athletic stance. Okay, all right. She dropped into a horse stance right here, not an athletic stance. The reason you don't want to drop into a horse stance, okay, is because all I have to do is simply walk backwards, and she's on the ground. Now she's got this bigger, stronger attacker on top of her. So we don't want her to drop into a horse stance. We want her to drop into an athletic stance. An athletic stance is going to be her dropping her right leg back. So she's picking a side already. Now when I go to walk backwards, she can keep that forward body lean and kind of stay with me, right? She's not just falling over her heels, where if she falls into a horse stance and pulls backwards, I pull backwards, she just starts to go back on her heels, where if she falls into an athletic stance with her right leg back, picking that side, as I get pulled, I can stay and move and shuffle without getting pulled backwards onto my heels and then down to the ground. So that's what Sandra's doing from the side, so you guys have a better idea of what's going on. So, as I've done this, right, okay, she's dropping into her athletic stance with that right leg back more, okay? She's hooking both of my hands, all right? If she hooks both of my hands, there's a very specific reason she's doing that. Because if she doesn't hook my hands, all right, let go, Sandra, this can very easily turn into a choke, all right? So, again, I've already got here, right? She doesn't want me up here. This would be far worse. So she's holding my hands in place by hooking my hands here, okay? Now, if she needs to do a softening blow, she can always just throw her head back really hard. Boom, right? Additionally, she may be able to get to my groin here, but she may not be able to, so we're not going to depend on that to get her out of the fray, all right? So, as we're here, I've got my hands around her, okay? She's locked both of my hands. Now she's going to step in with her other leg and go all the way around to my outside leg, here, like this. Now that we're in this position, she can let go and start to, keep holding this on, start to elbow my face. Boom, boom, boom. If she does that, she's going to turn her hips up and start coming here. And now she's breaking me over her back leg. Once she's done that and kept this force, now that I'm broken over, she has access to my groin, to my diaphragm, to my throat, to my face, to any of that. She'll continue to that movement to get out of that, push me down, get down to the ground. If Sandra does this to me, I'll kind of show you some other things that are possible. All right. Again, all right. I'm going to hook the hands and step out at the same time in my athletic stance. Boom. All right. I'm going to throw my head back hard to try to get her to loosen up more. All right. I'm going to step around. As I step around, I'm going to turn my whole body here. Boom. Right. This now allows me, if I can, to pick her up by the pants, down low, here, and dump her on her head. All right, if I can. If not, I'm just going to continue to elbow until she's down. I move my post leg, and she's going to be on the ground. I'm still standing. Good. Now Sandra and I are going to show you what to do. Kind of the same thing, but from the back, when somebody gets a hold of you from the back. So if I'm behind Sandra, all right, and I've got her from the back, I want you to notice if her legs are close together here, it's very easy for me to pick her up and then tilt her one way or the other to get on top of her. So if she does feel me come here, right, and start to lift her, I want her to take her outside leg and wrap my leg. That kind of shuts me down from lifting her, all right? I don't lift her as high, all right? It becomes hard, especially when she gets strong in this leg, right, as I go to lift her. So I'm going to get tired, right, trying to keep picking her up. And I'm going to set her down. When I go to set her down, now again, I don't want her to wait for me to try to lift her and then just wrap my leg, okay? If she can do this technique before I've started to lift her, I'd rather her do this technique before I start to lift her. It's just if she comes off the ground, I want her to wrap my leg to keep me from twisting her left or right and taking her to the ground. So here, I've got her here. Okay, what she's going to do is she wants to try to elbow my face, but if my face is close to her, like this, she can't really reach me with any power. So to stop me from picking her up, she's going to drop down into an athletic stance. Okay, if she drops down into an athletic stance, at the same time she's throwing her hips backwards. Boom. That's going to clear my face, so to now elbow me. So if she comes back up right? Go ahead, stand back up, Sandra. All right. I want you to drop down in that athletic stance, throw your hips back at the same time as my face. Let me put my face on you. Go ahead, do it now. Boom. Cool. See how that cleared it? Now she's going to elbow, turn, elbow, turn, elbow. Now her palms are going to come to my hands. All right. She's going to put her palm on top of my thumb, right here. Okay. My thumb is the weak point. She's going to put her palm there. Okay, she's going to shove down like she's doing a tricep dip and throw her hips forward at the same time. Boom. Throw my arms apart, and now she's out. Okay, so that's a simple technique. If somebody comes and grabs us around the waist, okay, we need to avoid being picked up. We're going to drop into an athletic stance and throw our hips back to give them elbows if their head is close to ours. All right, then we're going to come in. We're going to put our palms on top of their thumb. All right. We're going to push down like we're doing a tricep dip as we throw our hips forward at the same time. Get out. If they hold on to us at all, so if we stay here at all, right, she's got her hands on top of mine, and as she throws her hips forward, boom. She can always turn from here too if she didn't quite get out far enough with more elbows. And trust me, ladies, these elbows, these turning, spinning elbows that you do from here, are going to be devastating, all right? Especially when you turn with your hips and use all that force that you guys have in your hips, all right? They're powerful, and they will get us, they will get that attacker to let go, especially when you nail them on the jaw. All right, good job.
What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Come on. Right. Okay, so hold on. I want to
All right.
drop.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And then what?
So you're going to just step back first. Right?
Okay.
So step back. Boom. Hips. Boom.
1, 2, 3.
Find the elbows. Find the thumbs. Sorry. Tricep dip.
Out.
Out.
Okay. Tricep dip. Okay, I'll remember that now.
You still rolling?
Yeah.